Though really, is anyone catching COVID? Or is COVID more predating on people? I feel that COVID is an ambush predator more than people just, you know, are catching COVID and then being like, oh no, I caught something I didn't want. I don't feel that this is like, you know, you pounce on the rabbit only to find out it's actually a hedgehog. And like, ah! I think this is much more of it is hunting you rather than the other way around. I certainly pay their sales tax. Talking about sales tax. Star Sector when, chat? I know I'm the one who's going to be streaming it, so really that's the question I need to answer, but nevertheless, I've asked you. As Piccolo would say, why didn't you dodge? Wow. DBZ reference in my chat? Glorious. You've no idea how much effort it required for me to resist my Vegeta impression there. You will never know. Hopefully you'll never have a reason to have to expend as much willpower as I just burnt up right there. You could probably move planets with your mind with the amount of willpower I just consumed. We are purchasing logic. No, the moment's passed now, chat. It's lost. To antiquity. Posterity will never know. Sick burbles. No, you can't do that. You said you were better. You can't be sick when it suits you to get some sort of guilty Vegeta impression out of me. Naughty. Right. We want... diode is solid. I think we're going to want something from over here. Logic repeater, logic button, outputs a logic value of 1. Click symbol to change. Logic lever, outputs a logic value of 1 or 0. Click symbol to change. Keypad. I think we'd probably... I mean, we could use either one, really. But I think the lever is going to be the one we need. Do it for Griffith. Really? Oh, I thought you were making a Guts reference. No, sorry, a Berserker. Oh, I mean, it could be a Guts reference. Griffith, I have a confession. I have never watched DBZ. Wow. That is... Huh? How have you... I didn't know there were people around who hadn't ever watched. How did that happen? I want to compare... If A and B are equal.
Huh?
Oh, why am I loading it in there? Aavak trying to walk off without paying again. Or drive off, as the case may be. No, I'm not going to need that one.
Huh?
These are expensive. Building automated systems in this game is not for the faint of heart or the light of wallet. Much love, Aavak, even if you didn't do an impression. Take care, Bubbles. Maybe another time. But you have a good one. Actually, given the time, you might be going to bed, actually. It's It's 20 past 3 for me, so there's every possibility. But you have a good rest. Did I put my money back in here? No, I did not. I should just take one of these and go lie down in a hole and flick the switch. Has there been a tea break yet? There has not actually, Belial, and we are very much due one. Because while it is 20 past 3 in the morning for me, the stream has been going for 3 hours and 3/4. Chat. Shirking their responsibility to remind me to take care of myself, because it's definitely not my responsibility to do that. My lord. I didn't have any part to play in the decision to invoke me into this meat space existence. I should have no responsibility for maintaining my place here, but nevertheless, here I am having to pay taxes and feed and water myself. It is a sorry state of affairs. Where is the justice, I tell you? Right. As soon as we've set up the system, I will go on tea break. When was the last time I ate food? I actually ate food earlier. Before that, I ate food the day before as well. I had 2 days of food, chat. Are you happy? My stomach wasn't, because both days resulted in me having to make very, very emergency, extremely sudden visits to the bathroom. Where I stayed for much longer than I would have liked. See, this is why I don't eat. Can't get food poisoning if you don't eat food. Just try and argue with my logic. You can't. Newcomb, I really missed that RPG you and Shenra used to do. Do you mean which? I'm assuming you're talking about Roll for It. Like sometimes you have to shower and get sunlight and breathe fresh air, and sometimes even go to the doctor and things. I mean, I do those things. Just the other stuff. I do the things necessary for not feeling grotty. Right, okay. We want a button that will control whether or not this is active. Now, the problem exists in how on earth do I get that set up? I think I'm just have to expand this out a bit. Okay. Right, let me put this where I want it to be first. But now I think I would like this somewhere like that. That would be fine. What the heck? I don't think this is working the way I imagined it would. Okay, we might have to go on a tea break much sooner than I expected, because I do not think this is going to be a simple thing to do. I assumed this would simply output 1 or 0, but instead it is outputting circle or milk. Let me get you in there. Maybe. Right. Oh, no. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. This is just a symbol on the front. That's all it is. Pop that down to turn the system on. Good. That is what we need, yes. Next, I want this AB circuit. On. And there we go. And I now want it to be upwards. Thank you. I then want... Actually, I'm going to have to bring this forward. I'm sorry that this place is such a mess over here. It really is. And I feel bad. This is going to be the jankiest wire system that you can imagine. Oh, actually, no, you can probably imagine a really janky wire system. This is going to be slightly less janky than that. But only by a very slight amount. This flip-flops. Let me just read the description of this again. Turns an incoming logic 0 into a 1, and anything bigger or equal to 1 into a 0. I think that needs to go there. Compares A and B logic values, will output a logic value of value 0, will output a logic value of 1 or 0. Okay, so it'll constantly output 0 if they do not match, which is good, because those do not trigger on anything that isn't 1. So these both need to match. So this needs to be a 1, which means that needs it to be a 0. Because it'll get flipped into a 1, goes around. This will be 1. They'll match. If I turn it off, though... Ah. If I turn the system off, while this system is showing a 0, so it's basically saying, hey, yeah, there's durability left on this, then this will be true and it will just dump everything out. So that's actually not what we need either. What I could do is instead of that, I could have greater than, or rather a less than. This would be 1, and once this is less than 1, it triggers. That way, if I turn this off and this becomes 0, well, this can't be less than 0. I think it could be less than or equal to 0, so that would still work because when they repaired it, yeah. No, that doesn't work. Lellis Lupus, thank you very much for the subscription there for the 5th month. Diolch yn fawr iawn. No, sadly, I don't think that system is going to work with an on-off switch the way I was hoping to. So I think I'll just quickly put the system back together for now. We'll faff around with it later. Right now, I just want the system working for when we go on tea break so that it will actually do its job while we're away. Yeah, the fact that this... what I would have wanted was not that this would output a 0 when they don't match. Wait. Oh, sorry, not that it outputs a 1 when they match, because if both of them are 0, that is, they need repair, but I've also told the system to stop repairing, it would still trigger. What I could do is instead say that this needs to be the greater of the two. So yes, using the greater or equals to. It would have to be purely greater. If it's greater or equals, then this wouldn't work. But if it's greater or equals, then zeros would still trigger this. However, the flip-flop might actually still fix that. Because on any number that this is greater than 1, or 1 or greater, the flip-flop would output 0. This was only trigger to 1. No, it's the greater or equal. I need exclusively greater. I didn't see any blocks that were exclusively greater. Did you, chat? Were there any? So I'll be honest, I wasn't looking for them, so it could well have been the case. There we go. Right, but we're going on a tea break, though. Notice how the dirt has started to repair itself in some ways. Fireflies? Where did the firefly... What? Here he is. Very curious. Yeah, I can make an A greater than B using multiple inputs, yes. But the problem is that each input needs basically its own straight wire, which just makes this system so much bigger. It was already going to be a painfully large system as it was, but yeah, it's just one of these frustrating things. Because everything is bound to a single grid space. If you want to create any, well, it isn't even complicated, but anything beyond what you've got there that can be achieved through one comparison, it's going to start taking extremely large amounts of space to do it. But we're going to go have a quick kip so that it is dawn, and then I'm going to stand on top of the roof so that you can watch me slam the door in my face. So that you can watch... Oh, actually, we don't need to stand on top of the roof. We can stand here. You can watch this. Ah, gloriousness. Okay, the sun's going to come up. We're going on tea break. Now it's time for you to go on your own tea break. Even if it's not for tea, just don't tell me. I don't need to know. And we shall rendezvous back here in about 5-ish minutes. Something like that. See you very soon. Also, Mistress Sithari, thank you ever so much for the 25 months. What a lovely message to hop onto tea break with. See you very, very soon. But we are back. There we go. Alright. Almost a whole day of tea break. Let's pop this back over here. Whop. And mallet it in place. Also, apparently, these are not malleted in place. There we are. Okay. So, that was a long, like, nearly 4 hours of just... Oh, my lord, that tile looks wrong. Of getting this house built. I am, however, pleased to have done it. It looks lovely. I'm very, very taken by our house here. Everything I wanted it to be. These planks over there. But now comes the more functiony bit. we must expand the mine. It's a shack, yes. No, that's the point. It's meant to be like a little shed. A shed that you live in. The tool racks really do it for you, really? Yeah, I guess. They definitely add something to the build. You know, as much as I was saying how we can't rotate... Oh, sorry. Rotate these around because all of the other walls won't work. But what if just the ends of the walls were like that? So we want this. No, that can I rotate? Oh no, I can't. Never mind, never mind. I was going to try and rotate them so they were sideways as well, but they don't work. Never mind. I know I couldn't make them flat, but oh well. But yeah, I'm fairly happy with this little thing. It achieves all of the stated goals, which was for it to look like a my first shack. I think the corrugated roof really adds to that fact. A large pile of money actually on top here as well. Lovely. I wish I could just make them just slightly askew. Kind of like 2-point hospital levels of askewness. Okay. Now then. With our current system, we are probably making stupendous amounts of gold. Let's find out exactly what weight of gold we've got. It's 462 gold. And in terms of iron... Dear Lord! That is a lot of iron. That's like enough for a tier 2 drill. If we had the Cloutium, which we don't, but... That is a lot of iron. My goodness. I approve. How much power have we got? It's quite a lot of power, too. Can I have the gold? I want to make stuff. No. It's mine. Yeah, that's several drills worth of iron. We could actually take this all the way up to a 4-drill system, maybe? If we took this up to a 4-drill system, then at that stage, we might as well set up the repairs, the repair arms on the pipes, having the filters instead. I'm not sure we really need to take it that far, though. I mean, this is completely capable of doing everything that we wanted to do. But first, let's just go ahead and start moving things around. We need to get stuff out of the way. I wish there was a way to empty this. Like, yes, it is useful for moving and purchasing items easily, but it's not useful when you want to remove those items later. Not unless you have multiple pallets. Maybe I could have pallets for electrical wiring or something. I don't know. We go back to daylight. Sure. By all means, just ask that in chat. I have no issues at all doing that. Alternatively, I can always pop this on so we've got a little torch, but I imagine having the daylight is a lot easier. Yeah, I mean, this was a fanciful thing. No matter how you look at it, I don't need to do it. So, let's not worry about it. I'm going to grab all of these electrical cable stuffs. We are going to load all of that up. I need to move everything on the web because I want this to be a fairly... as much as the automation is kind of high-tech. Kind of. I mean, for the setting, anyway. I don't want the mine itself to be particularly fancy. This is meant to be a first mine, after all. So, we're not going to worry about having... any, like an underground section to the mine. It's just going to be an open pit. But I will put retaining walls and some railings to help with that a bit. First step is to clear everything out of the way of that. Bucket doesn't really need to... sorry, the pail doesn't need to really be here anymore. Take that over here. I think that was used to hold all of the gems. How much for the next mine? Oh, do you mean the next dig site? Somewhere in the few thousands. I'm fairly certain. Like, assuming that the dig site in the Dwarven area is the most expensive, we can already afford that. I don't think there's anywhere I couldn't already afford. But yeah, if I really, really desperately need to shut down that system, I can simply tear a part of it out. Like, just I need to remove a single wire, and then that's it. That. We may take this system all the way up to 4 drills, maybe. I mean, honestly, I could take it all the way up to 6 drills if I really, really wanted to. I just don't really feel the need to do that. I wouldn't mind having like a proper little parking area for... Ooh. Can I pop this here? Ah, yes, I can. Marvelous. But that... I'm probably going to have a separate thing for that, I think. That would make sense to have a separate tool setup. The anvil and furnace will be built into the kind of functional part of this mine. Not the house, I don't think. Not the shack. That being said, I mean, I could actually have some larger concrete slabs up front. Have the crucible right next to the anvil. In fact, I could even do that over on this side. No, not right now. The main thing I want to do is we're going to be working fairly extensively on digging. I've got to take this down. I believe that this place... I was told that this place doesn't go down to tier 2. Though that might have just been that area on that side. So we might have tier 2 on this side. Or that could just not be possible at this starting location. That would make sense to me, if I'm honest. It would make sense if you're prohibited from going too deep. I believe that's true. There's only one tier and it doesn't go very deep. Or if you dig into the bank of the river, you can't. Literally can't. I'm trying to right now, but can't do it. Alright then. I think... Let's find the limits of our area. There's going to be a decent chunk of digging, but don't worry, I don't need to dig the whole thing out by hand. I basically need to make a start and then use the rake to go the rest of the way. Or rather, to pull the rest of the area down. But what I would like to do is dig far enough that I can work out what the extent of this area is. Okay, we've hit that. Oh, I was looking. I keep thinking there are animals walking around. Though I've been told that there may well be NPCs in the game's future. Kind of exciting. Right, so that's probably not going to work there, and we're also hitting. I think that's the very corner there. Basically, what I'm trying to do right now is work out what the maximum sort of dimensions I could make a square mine in. Because I would like to kind of have a regular kind of open pit mine in that it just kind of spirals down. Those are just parts of the terrain that are too high for the rake to deal with. I think from here is fine, though we're probably going to hit some stuff over there. I don't need it to be perfectly square. I guess I could have it be a bit more of a an irregular like rectangle. Build it up on this side. I don't want that side to be there anymore. Just need to build it up enough that I can rake over. That is one downside to the pickaxe. It is very easy to go a little bit too far. I do like that the rake doesn't deform terrain if you've, or rather too aggressively if you expressly set it up that way. That's kind of a cool feature in my opinion. I want that to go in. Same over here. Alright, so this is 2 layers down. Actually, I should probably just find out how far down it goes. Let's choose a middle point because I doubt we're going to hit any boundary issues from the middle. This is where a nuke would be helpful. Very aggressive terrain modification. Once we've decided on the dimensions, we might... Some sort of visual glitch. What?
Huh?
Spyglass. Found deep underground. Placed in the cave with other relics. I think I know what cave they're talking about too. We've got nukes. Why is a spyglass a relic? Oh, I mean, I guess it could be just a historical artifact. Actually, I'm going the wrong way. Okay, relics. Indeed. What I wouldn't give to be able to just hold this up to my eye and espy the distant terrain, alas. Here we are. We popped in here at one point and didn't know what on earth we were meant to do. Okay, so we need... going to open up if we get them all. Oh, this is fascinating. Okay. I imagine we need to get other relics to put on it. A nuke lets you dig very quickly. I imagine so, yes. Chat, do you really want to see a nuke? Because I have no idea what kind of... what if it's so big that it destroys my house after 4 hours of building the bloody thing? My shed. I think that's definitely something that we might want to do. Because I'm digging down now, and I imagine when we go to the next location, we're going to want to start deep down. So I could always do that then. Oh. Have I reached the bottom? I believe I might have. Uh-oh. Help! Okay, question, chat. Oh, crap. When it comes to the bottom layer of an area, that definitely feels like the bottom layer. Can I put... Oh. Oh, no. Oh, I see. The rake lifted the ground. Interesting. Very interesting. Okay, that actually might answer my question regardless then. What I wanted to know was if, when it comes to getting to the bottom of an area, would I need to put would my miners work on the lowest area where I can't dig, even with my tier 2 stuff, or would I need to... yeah, it is quite dark there. I'll pop this on. I apologize for that. Let me show you what I was looking at. So, down here, the rake seems to have lifted this soil up from that, which feels like bedrock. My tier 2 tools can't get through that. So, do I need to... if I put my mining machines on that stuff, would they mine? Because they won't if there's no dirt underneath them. However, as I just said, the rake actually lifted the ground up a little bit. Oh, goodness gracious me. So it might automatically give it enough of a surface to work with. I don't know. But it seems like this is... lifting the ground. I don't know. Oh, way out. No! Every single bloody time. Right, we're gonna be... that's what? 1 down, 2 down, 3 down, 4 down, 5 down. That's not very deep at all. I think you have to have dirt under them, as you can place dirt under them when built in the air, and they work. Oh, okay, that's kind of interesting. They won't mine on bedrock, but they only need a little dirt under them to work. I wonder if this would be enough. I wonder if this would be enough. We're okay. Now my question is, can I build a block of concrete here to create a wall? Basically, I'm going to want a conveyor line going down, but also stairs. I would like the pits to be edged with concrete, but that isn't strictly necessary. And since it only goes down 5 deep, it doesn't really need to be that large. If we assume that this edge... okay, yeah, you know what? I like this. Also, I will pop that back on. My god. Is it dawn or dusk, I wonder? It was dusk. Let me have a sleep then. Right. I think I'm going to be buying a lot of concrete. I would also like to buy some larger slabs of concrete, but I'm going to leave my money over here for now. Want to see where I can build these. Can I build that there? Yes, I can. Can I build it there? I can. Oh, this looks good. This looks promising. I only need the edge to be built on. I don't need everything to be... I don't need it to be concrete all the way down. I only want it to be concrete. Oh, I can't do it there. I can do it there. Interesting. Why? I swear. Where's my pickaxe? Is it here? Really? It'll let me build it there, but it won't let me build it here then. That's kind of obnoxious. But that seems to be the edge.
Huh?
Oh, no, now it will. Okay. That is good enough. Like I said, I only need the outskirts with concrete. I want it to be walkable by me. In before this... it's... like, well, actually, as I said, it can be an irregular rectangle. So I don't mind if there's a couple of chunks pulled out of the shape. What I will do then is we will have a like a short wall outside this area, I think. Outside this perimeter. Don't actually need that on right now, so that's fine. I'm going to need to go and grab my mallet. I want ladders on the inside. Sorry, on the outside. And conveyors maybe next to them. Maybe not. We'll see. Our tools together. It's a little bit easier to see. I could just go and get a tool rack for all of these. Considering I've now got 4 tools, though the spade was not strictly necessary, but I'll keep it here anyway. Let's go grab some concrete.